Howdy guys, and welcome back to Moto Joshing. So today we're going to do the long-term review of my bike, the Kawasaki ER6F / Ninja 650 in other parts of the world. It's the 2016 model, so let's get into it. Howdy guys, so we're heading up to Caerphilly at the moment, and then we'll get off the bike and do a bit of an overview. Okay guys, so welcome back. So I just did some footage just at Caerphilly there, so I will clip to that in a second. I just want to proviso this video, I guess, and just to say that obviously I have been riding this bike over the course of 2 winters now. Almost daily most of the time, so some of the condition that you're going to see, some of the rust and all that kind of stuff is probably going to be inevitable due to the fact that I do actually use this bike. So just wanted to proviso that and make sure that we're all on the same page. Howdy guys, and welcome back to Moto Joshing. So I've come to Caerphilly, which you should be able to see in the background. It's probably a bit too light at the moment, but thought I'd come and show you the bike. So here it is, the Kawasaki 2016 ER6F on Ninja 650 and other things. So I'll go over a quick overview of mods that I've done to it first of all. So RNG crash bars, RNG bar ends. I've taken the big Dumbo lug mirrors off, put these kind of smaller CNC mirrors on. All you have to do is actually just buy a bracket that fits here, and then you can put mirrors on. It just about fits with the zero gravity double bubble. That is of course another modification that I've added. Let's get down here. So there's also, I'm not sure if you can see under there's the RNG Radiator Guard, and then you'll see at the bottom here I've got the full Scorpion system, which is with the Circat carbon fibre end can. Then towards the back we've got the tail tidy, RNG again, the Rentec case, the Rentec rack, and I am getting the RNG micro bulbs to go on there shortly. I'll explain that a bit more in a while. There's a Scott oiler fitted, which is under the seat, and that just comes out just near the bottom there. Then probably can't see because of the light. So yeah, RNG rear bobbins, and also got a stand extender, which was cheap as chips. eBay Chinese levers, and that should probably be the mods list, I think. I have put a sat nav on it, RNG heater grips, RNG bar ends, the Heeltech GI Pro gear indicator. I'll go into a review on that very shortly as well. But that should cover the mods. So I've had the bike now for over a year. I've done 9,500 miles. So what's the bad bits then? So main bad bits, obviously, and it's probably because the chain probably needs to be changed very shortly. You can see it does look quite rusty, even though I have been cleaning it regularly and lubing it with the Scott oiler. So I think obviously a gold DID chain will go on there, but you can see some of the componentry in the back. You try and get out the light there for you. Is a tad rusty, even though I have been putting ACF 50 on. Then come back around to this side. So there are, some little kind of marks, I guess, from on here where I just can't quite keep that clean. Again, a bit of rust on the kind of rear hose nozzles. And don't get me wrong, I do ride this bike, and I ride it in winter as well. So one of the bits that is annoying, I'm not sure if you can see this here, is actually this bracket here. This actually pools water, and then you can see there is a little bit of surface rust up here in there already, just on the bottom of the spring there. So that's another thing. So I keep, obviously you can see it looks quite gloopy. That's actually because I got ECF50 on it. And then other areas, which again are the front calipers, and some of the bolts and fixture fittings, certainly on the disc, are showing a bit of rust as well. And then again on the front, you can probably see it more on this side with the light. You can see quite a bit of surface rust on the disc, and again on the brake caliper there as well. So that's just a bit of a roundup of my bike and the mods I've done so far. I don't think there's too much more to do on it, but we shall see. Anyway, we'll jump on the bike and then we'll talk more. So hopefully I managed to cover most of the things in that overview of kind of mods, things I've done. I'll kind of explain a couple of things. Most of the mods are obviously for protection and you know, functionality, I guess, like the Rentec, you know, it's good for touring, being able to throw something on the back, and mainly so I can get my little legs over as well afterwards, being the main primary function. So yeah, most of the stuff is for protection, or you know, just usability or whatever. The mirrors. So originally I had the stock mirrors and I got the Kawasaki extenders, and they stuck out a little bit, but fuck me with the Dumbo ears. The biggest flaw of this bike, I will say, for anyone looking into the bike, as standard, the mirrors don't fold. Now the new model, the 2017 model, does indeed have folding mirrors. Now I was trying to find out if those could be, you know, retrospectively fitted to the 2016 model, but because it's such a new model, I couldn't clarify that. I also tried to find out if any other bikes with folding mirrors had similar hole sizes to be able to fit to this bike. Again, I didn't get anywhere with that, so my best solution was to actually take off the Kawasaki mirrors and to replace them. So I got blanking plates, I got some cheap CNC mirrors. All these information will be in the description as to the brackets I bought, which just screw into the front of the stuff here. And then okay, I don't actually know where I'm going, so I'm assuming I'm following most of the traffic. And so yeah, you just screw them in, and then much like on the ER6N, the mirrors fit here. Now these particular ones, I was looking for kind of low profile CNC mirrors. These were cheap as chips. I did Suguru around the edges on the inside though, because a couple of people said the glass can fall out, so I put a bit of Suguru in there. That ain't coming out of there anyway. Okay, they are definitely a little bit smaller, but I can still see behind me in an adequate fashion, and I can now filter in traffic without Dumbo ears. And because of the kind of type of filtering I do, which you can see in, you know, the video up in the card now, it is really quite tight filtering, so I need smaller mirrors. So that was kind of function over form. Most of the other stuff, exhaust is the exhaust, but you know, it just adds so much more to the bike, so it's just something you've got to do, and it completely changes the bike as well. There is a review on my exhaust, and I'll pop that up in the card up here as well. Let's see if we can get around this bus. We all hate buses. So in general though, let's talk about the kind of living with it, I guess. Easy bike to live with, not really had many problems. Most of the problems I've had are of my own doing. What I will say is that you know, if you're not riding in winter, then you're probably going to save a lot of problems that I've run into. The problems I have had is probably due to maintenance, and don't get me wrong, some of that's probably on me, some of that's possibly on Kawasaki and kind of build quality type stuff. But what I would say is that if you are riding in winter, then you are going to need to service your calipers, so take them apart, and I'll link in the description a video of the kind of maintenance that you probably need to be doing every couple of months if you are riding in winter, just to stop the stuff seizing in your brake calipers and all that kind of shenanigans. But apart from that, the bike has been good. Don't get me wrong, there is a bit of corrosion on some of the pieces, but again, because I have been riding in winter, I think that's, you know, fairly par for the course, to be fair. There's no amount of ACF50 is going to keep it entirely trim, so we just have to accept that that's part of the kind of deal. Servicing costs, it's normally around about 150 quid to service it, or at least it was in Aberdeen. I am yet to have it serviced since I've been back in South Wales to see if the old South Wales dealer, but I imagine dealer prices should be somewhat similar, so about 150 quid a service. I'm currently at 9,591 miles, and really I haven't really had any problems. It's been a great bike. So what's to like about it? Well, linear power curve. You know, the power is very linear, so you know, you can gain a very expectations of what it's going to do power wise, so you understand, you know, exactly what's going to happen when you do certain things. So none of that's a particular surprise. The bike is, you know, relatively low. I've got a 30 inside leg, and don't get me wrong, I do use the side stand all the time to get on the bike, just for my own confidence and security. But I can get my leg over pretty much no problem at all. It's quite a low seat height. Easy bike to ride. It is very agile, and it's a very good first big bike, is what I would describe it as. Could the components be a little bit better? Yes, but again, budget bike. Essentially, it's that kind of category of first big bike, budget bikes, as it were. So you can't have too much expectation. It is still nippy enough. It'll still tug on the heartstrings, as it were, and it's still a cracking tool. So let's go to Barry Island. It's still a cracking tool, and certainly able for the commute and about town. I guess just to provide so that if you are commuting, you do definitely need to keep on top of maintenance between services. So you definitely need to be cleaning it regularly. This isn't a bike that you can forget about, and you know, and expect it to do miracles. So it's one of those things. The bike itself, though, you know, I personally think it's a looker. Hence why I have emblazoned it with a Jizz Machine sticker, because I do believe it's a sexy beast. Don't get me wrong, since I put the Rentec on it, it's not as sexy as it once was, but form and function are important, and for me to be able to go and do some touring on it in the upcoming months and be able to throw my tent on the back, then the rack was kind of a necessity, mainly because of my short legs. If I'm perfectly honest, if I stick stuff on the back seat, I can't get my leg over. Yes, make it all the leg over jokes you want, that's just how it goes. So the bike itself is cracking. I paid £6,300 for it on finance, and a 0% finance deal, and that was, you know, one of the reasons I got this bike was because of the finance option I managed to get on it. Now check out that view. And I took that with a 4-year warranty. Had I known now what I know, that because I have my dad who is mechanically inclined, I wouldn't have taken the 4-year warranty. I would have just taken the 2-year that came with it, so I could have done my own servicing earlier. But hopefully that will increase resale price, or the ability to sell it on in the future, that it'll actually have the Kawasaki warranty with it. So hopefully that'll help matters. But would I recommend this bike? Absolutely. It's a cracking tool. for anyone who's looking for their first big bike, and I think there's enough power and enough stuff in here to keep you interested. So that you won't be trying to buy another bike so soon. All in all, a cracking tool. Just make sure you stay on top of that kind of maintenance stuff. I will link my brake issues that I had in the actual description, and hopefully that's been handy. Any questions you have over the bike, by all means let me know in the comments, and I'll be able to get back to you. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one, guys. So bye bye.